Extra, extra. Read all about it. Judge Ivan Ilyich, the famous magistrate of the city, has passed away. Extra, extra. Read all about it. Judge Ivan Ilyich, the famous magistrate of the city, has passed away. Read all about it.
Hey buddy,
Extra, extra.
Ivan
Read all
finally
about it.
passed
Judge
away.
Ivan Ilyich,
He was
the
so
famous
proper
magistrate of
and
the
by the
city,
book.
has passed
Who do
away.
you think will
Extra,
take his
extra.
place?
Read all about it.
You've
Judge
worked
Ivan
so
Ilyich,
hard for
the
this
famous
city.
magistrate of the
It
city,
should be
has
yours.
passed away. Read all about it.
Nah, I don't think the Council of Judges will give me that position.
Pure evil. It's beautiful.
Hello, dear friends. Today we are going to explore the psychological insights and messages of the Death of Ivan Ilyich by Leo Tolstoy. This book was written in 1886 in Russian, and its story takes place in 19th century Russia. Great figures such as Albert Camus, Franz Kafka, and Carl Jung were influenced by this work. Now, let's dive into the heart of the story. Ivan Ilyich was a respected judge, a man whose life seemed perfect to everyone around him. A large house, a respectable wife, influential friends, everything appeared orderly and polished. Yet beneath this polished surface, his life was hollow, a performance designed to win approval from others, respect, status, appearances, all for them, never for himself. Everything seemed normal until one day a small pain appeared in his side. At first, he ignored it, but gradually it took root and claimed him. Doctors came and went, spoke strange, confusing words, and prescribed medicines that did nothing. Ivan realized that just as in court, where words could hide the truth, here too, behind medical jargon, lay only helplessness and meaninglessness. His home slowly became a prison. Instead of sympathy, his wife grew impatient, irritated by the disruption and extra costs caused by his illness. Friends who had once been constant visitors now came rarely, and when they did, they quickly left. Ivan reminded them of something they feared: death. Increasingly alone, he faced the long nights with only his thoughts. What if my life has been a mistake? This question gnawed at him relentlessly. Amid all this, the only solace came from a young servant named Gerasim, simple, kind, and sincere. When Ivan writhed in pain, Gerasim would sit beside him without complaint, adjusting his pillow, massaging his legs. "Death comes for everyone," the young man said. "Helping you is nothing." This simple, fearless view struck Ivan like a balm. In Gerasim, he saw something absent in everyone else, and even within himself: honesty and acceptance in the face of reality. But the pain grew daily, and the shadow of death weighed ever more heavily on him. The pain now consumed every aspect of Ivan's life. Day and night, it prowled through him like a wild beast. The man who had always walked with pride and confidence was now fragile and weak. At night, during long hours of wakefulness, he wrestled with himself. He wept, he cried out, he begged God, yet nothing brought relief. Only one truth remained: death was inevitable. Amid this struggle, something began to change within him. He reviewed his life, work, status, respect, home, and realized that it had all been built on appearances. He had never lived for himself, always for others. This acknowledgement, bitter at first, gradually brought a strange peace. The truth, however late, had been accepted. In his final days, he looked at his wife and child, and his heart softened. For the first time, he truly looked at them with love. Whispering, he said, "Forgive me." The pride that had been his lifelong fortress crumbled. Then, in that moment, something miraculous happened. The suffering that had tormented him for months lifted. He felt a great light, not pain, not death, but something beyond both. A gentle smile spread across his lips. He said, "Death is no more," and passed into the light. To others, Ivan Ilyich was gone, but for himself, he had finally found life. Messages of the book. 1. A superficial life and blindly following social norms distance us from the true meaning of life. 2. Death is inevitable, and facing it guides us towards self-awareness and spiritual growth. 3. Honest and loving relationships, along with living with integrity and spirituality, are the only paths to true peace and fulfillment. Leo Tolstoy tells us, an authentic life means confronting the truth, valuing humanity, and loving others, not seeking status or wealth.